I'm Janet Schimpf from Montesino, Washington, and I'm going to tie a crawdad, or a crayfish. This is a pattern I've been tying for many years, and it's a good one. It was originally for bass, but it's used for any kind of fish that like to eat crawdads. Start with a size 4 or 6 4 times long hook, and this can be weighted or not, but since crawdads live on the bottom, a lot of guys like them to be weighted. So it gets right down to the bottom and stays there. I'll do a brown one this time, but they come in brown, olive, or tan. And it's not a difficult tie, but it's got a lot of parts. First thing I'm going to put on is some moose hair. Just a nice little bunch of that. And it can be kind of mottled with the black and the white mixed, like you find on the moose mane, mostly. Take out all the fuzzies. And then this really hurts. You take these beautiful tips and you just slice them off. Usually those tips are the main thing you look for when you're looking for good moose hair. This time you cut it off blunt and tie that on right at the back of the hook. Now this is kind of a funny fly because the head is at the bend and the tail is at the front, at the eye. So everything's backwards. Tied the moose hair on, and now I'm going to fold that back and wrap a bunch of turns of thread there so that it kind of holds it out of the way. Now I'm going to put the eyes on, and the eyes are made out of 80-pound test monofilament line burned. So you take a lighter and you just hold it kind of at an angle and you light it up, and you just before it drips you blow it out, and you hold it at an angle so that when you cut the eye off it's at an angle like this. If you burn them with a lighter, they turn brown. If you burn them with a candle, you'll get black eyes because the candle has more carbon. So you can actually adjust the color of the eyes. I don't know how to make blue. Okay, and these can be kind of gnarly looking. They seldom are the same size or the same shape. But that's all right because crawdads have kind of gnarly looking eyes. So I'm tying one on each side with the moose hair in between. And they go at about a 45-degree angle out from the hook shank. Now I'm going to come back to where the thorax and abdomen meet. Usually the proportions are 1/3 thorax, 2/3 abdomen on most. Lots of nymphs and crustaceans. Okay, chenille, brown. I'm going to tie that on right where the back of the thorax is going to be. Now remember, this is a backwards fly, so the back is here. And I'm going to wrap one layer of that right up, and then take one turn between the eye and the moose hair, and that holds that right like that, and kind of gets that out of the way as well. Now, bring the thread forward almost up to the eyes, and I'm going to put the claws on. Now the claws are made out of the neck feathers of a ringneck pheasant. And you just clip those off and cut a little notch, and that's what the claws are made out of. The natural curve of the feather will extend them out just like crawdad claws on either side of the head. Here's another one. Again, they're usually not going to match. They're not going to be the same size or the same length, but I don't think the fish care. There we go. Now, at that same point, I'm going to tie on the legs. And the legs are made out of the body feathers of the pheasant. And I just take a bodkin and some head cement, and I divide it up. I spread it with the cement, and then I divide it up with the bodkin. So I have 3 legs on each side like this. And I'm going to tie it on by the tip and then fold it over at the end, and that's what makes the legs. This is a good way to make legs for lots of kinds of nymphs as well. So I cut that tip off so it's not all big and in the way. And then tie it on upside down, concave side up, right there at the same spot where the claws are tied on. Then bring the thread back to the back of the thorax again. All right, now I'm going to continue with my chenille and make another layer of that. And the first thing I'm going to take one wrap between the claws and the eyes with the chenille like that, and then continue on back on the thorax.
Dark one in the middle of it. That might work.
That moose hair wants to get in the way always. Okay, cut that off. Now here's my leg feather, and I'm just going to fold that right back and tie it. So I have 3 legs sticking out on each side. Now before I do this, the rest of the moose for the shell case, I'm going to tie my V-rib on. This is V-rib, stands for vinyl rib. Comes in lots of colors and sizes, as it does everything in fly tying. The cross section of this is flat on one side and rounded on the other. You want to always put the flat side down, so when you wind it, the rounded side will be out, and that'll give it that segmented body look. So I'm tying the flat side against the hook, just along the abdomen, like so. Get that out of the way. Okay, here comes the rest of the moose hair. It forms the shell back over the thorax. Then I'm going to bind the rest of it down along the abdomen section. Snip that off about the same length as the other end. That forms the tail, and you can kind of fan that out a little because that's the way crawdad tails are. Now the V-rib for the abdomen. Kind of stretch it and pull it as you go, and it'll lay down nice and flat. But you still have that bumps, the segmented body part. Okay, right back to the tail. Tie it off good, because if you just tie a couple times and let go, it could snap back. It's like a rubber band. Tie that off good, and then I usually do the whip finish against the eye rather than where I tied the V-rib off. Like so. And there he is. You can fish with it, or you can almost make a pet out of it.
Awesome.
Okay, there.